On August 22nd, 1972, Sonny Watchwitz and Salvatore Sal Naturali entered a Chase Manhattan Bank at 450 Avenue P in Gravesend, Brooklyn. They decided to rob the bank blind because Sonny wanted his husband, to have a sex change operation. Things didn't exactly go the way they planned.
One of the strangest hijack attempts to date began yesterday when two gunmen held up a bank in Brooklyn, New York. The gunmen got $29,000, but before they could leave, police moved in and the bank robbers seized 8 hostages.
And with that daring robbery attempt of that Chase Manhattan Bank, the movie Dog's Day Afternoon with Al Pacino was conceived. Crazy story, fantastic movie. Let's talk about it. So a lot of films in the 70s were known for being down, dirty, gritty, very like this great independent looking type films, and Dog Day Afternoon is a shining example of that. Director Sidney Lumet decided to go with Al Pacino on this bank robbery, this bank heist, and he played a character called Sonny. And Sonny, let me tell you, Al Pacino played him brilliantly. So entertaining to watch. So fun to see Al Pacino play with this character in this bank heist scenario. I mean, Sonny is, you could tell he's filled with passion. You could tell he's filled with anxiety. He's fearful, but yet he's daring. He's doing what he has to do for his boyfriend slash girlfriend to get a sex change operation. And at that time, that is unheard of in movies. It was absolutely crazy that he was trying to do a bank heist. And the thing is, this is based off a true story. I mean, the movie is a little different than the actions and things that actually happen in real life, and some things are exact. And it's just the performance that Al Pacino gives is powerful, it's riveting, it's so fun to watch. And it's not just him, but pretty much everyone in the cast gives a great performance. Everyone here just steals the show. I mean, there are a lot of scenes here that I really love. My absolute favorite parts of the movie is when Al Pacino stands outside, as Sonny actually did in real life, outside of the bank, and started kind of teasing the crowd that was forming, because cameras were there and cops were there, and he was the star of the show. And pretty much if you knew a little bit about the real person, you would understand that he actually loved attention. He was a very flamboyant and out there type of person. He was never scared to say anything to anybody, and especially in the sexual realm. Listen, guys, Dog's Day Afternoon is one of those movies that other movies try to emulate. They try to copy bits and pieces here and there. They try to refilm certain scenes to put into their movies. It's one of those classics that people want to copy. It is a fun movie to watch. It's so entertaining. Al Pacino gives one of his best performances ever. And, I mean, everybody in this movie gives a great performance, so I can't really dog anybody out here. The way it was directed was great. The way it was shot, the shot selection, cinematography, everything. There's not really too much... There's nothing really negative I could say about it at all. I mean, I just wish there could have been a second part, a continuation with the same intensity or with the same actors, but it never really happened. At least not that I know of. But Dog's Day Afternoon, classic movie. I'll give this movie like a 9.9 out of 10, and yeah, just watch it. Fantastic movie.
It all ended 15 hours later at New York's Kennedy Airport. ABC's Charles Burt has the story.
With his partner inside, pointing a shotgun at 8 employees, the other robber spent much of his time pacing outside the bank, either negotiating with police or screaming at them to back off. Police, in turn, tried to keep the pressure down by ordering the hundreds of spectators to move.
All right, fellas, you gotta move back.
The more visible bank robber is 27-year-old John Wojtowicz, an out-of-work New York City resident and an admitted homosexual who left his wife and 2 children 3 years ago. Yesterday, Wojtowicz insisted the man he described as his current wife, a 26-year-old psychiatric patient, brought the bank. He was, but after talking with the gunman, refused to join them. Later, the two bank robbers demanded a plane at Kennedy Airport and a car to get them there. Finally, around 3:30 this morning, an airport limousine pulled up at the bank with an FBI agent at the wheel. Only then did the second gunman come out of the bank, a rifle slung over his shoulder. 26-year-old Salvatore Naturelli then joined Wojtowicz and their hostages in the limousine and headed for Kennedy Airport. Along the way, they had plenty of company. Perhaps 40 cars followed, carrying police and relatives of the hostages. The caravan would pass through an airport gate leading to a secluded runway. The bank robbers had hoped to make their escape in a small jet plane. They failed.
The aircraft was rolling up, and as we were making plans to depart from the limousine, we had a driver in the limousine, an agent, and Mr. Baker, Mr. Feld charged the men and diverted the shotgun and the machine gun, and in the meantime, the agent had a chance to shoot him, and when one was shot, the other immediately gave up.
Naturelli was killed by the FBI. Wojtowicz is in jail. Although none of the hostages was injured, understandably none showed up for work today either. As for the bank itself, it considered the matter closed.